we are going to start your accelerated stability testing. So in this generally we are finding stability studies, shelf life of the particular drug dosage form. With this also we are finding out the expiry date of the particular dosage form. We can see so many types of formulations there. They are when coming to the market, new formulations, they will be stored in a different chambers to find out the expiry date. But generally, if you know the expiry date of a particular drug dosage form, it may be 2 years or 3 years, or maximum it may be 5 years. So to find out that, we need to keep the dosage form or the formulation for a longer period. That means to know its degradation or decomposition, we need to keep it for long days. It may be 2 years or 3 years to know completely decomposition. So that's why there is a technique in which we can easily find out, very fastly find out the degradation of the drugs, and we can find out the shelf life of the drug and expiry date calculation. So with this, let us start. What is this accelerated stability study? Generally, there are so many types of objectives there. That means for the rapid selection of a best formulation and to predict the shelf life of the product and to solve the rapid means of quality control of the drugs. We are going for accelerated stability study. These are the objectives. Now coming to what are the conditions, common stress condition we are applying in the stability testing. So we have discussed about so many types of factors which are affecting the degradation of drugs, maybe oxidation, hydrolysis, or so many types of chemical reactions. But with this, from all these, we know that temperature is affecting more. Temperature is affecting very more for the drug degradation. When we increase the temperature by 10 degrees Celsius, the decomposition rate will be around twice or thrice. So that means the degradation will be more in case of temperature. So this principle we are applying to find out the shelf life of the drug rapidly. That means we are keeping the medicines, drugs in different temperatures, elevated temperatures. It may be 50, 60, 70. We are keeping in elevated temperature to predict the shelf life. So these are the stress conditions we are applying: temperature, humidity, and light. Temperature, humidity, and light. So if the drug substance is light sensitive, then we are keeping in artificial lights which are having similar wavelength with the sunlight. Now coming to the step in prediction of shelf life. So shelf life prediction is a step what are involved and how to carry out the experiment and how to determine this shelf life of the drug. The first one, we have to select the dosage form in different portions. We have to divide into different portions and we have to store it in different temperatures like 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60 degrees and 70 degrees Celsius. Now, second step, in different time intervals, we have to collect the sample from that portion, from that separated portion where we kept in different temperature. We have to collect the samples. Then we have to find out order of reaction of the measured, and from that order of reaction, which it may be your zero order, it may be your first order, it may be your second order, whatever it may be. You have to put all the data to best fit the line. Where we get a straight line, that will be your order of reaction. So in this, now after finding the order of reaction, we have finding the amount of drug remained. Amount of drug remained after certain period of time. The next step is we are finding rate constant. So rate constant will be determined from the slope. So once we will get the order of reaction, we can draw the graph of that and we will get a straight line. So from that straight line, we are finding the slope, and from the slope we can find the rate constant. Already I told you how to determine the rate constant from the slope. So it is in the rate constant. Then we have to, after getting all these things, we can see the graph here. Just suppose one example, we are taking log concentration versus time, and here we are getting climbs in different temperatures, 40 degree, 50 degree, 60 degree, 70 degree, we are getting different temperature. Then we have to find out different K value from different lines. Different red constant value we get from different lines. So from 40 degree we will get 1, 50 degree 1 we will get. So like this, from different temperature conditions we will get different red constant. After getting that log K value we convert to log value, then we have to draw a graph by taking log K value versus reciprocal of temperature, reciprocal of absolute temperature. So with this, when we make this, we get a line like this. We get a line by taking log K value, whatever we get from this graph. Then by making a graph, we get a graph like this, line like this, in different temperatures. Then we have to extrapolate this line to 25 degree Celsius, because as we are putting in Arrhenius equation, we have to extrapolate this line to 25 degree Celsius. And 25 degree if I were taking, because it's a room temperature, we are keeping the medicine in room temperature. Always you are not keeping outside. So that's why we need to know what is the shelf life of the drug at room temperature, not elevated temperature. Only elevating the temperature to know it fastly, to know the result very fastly. So here the extrapolate to 25 degree Celsius, and we have to find the log K value at 25 degree Celsius. So after getting the log K value, we can easily now find out the shelf life of the drug. Because shelf life is related to your, we can calculate from the red constant value. So after that, another thing there are so many types of guidelines there we are following, because same medicines we are giving in different countries also, WHO, ICH, we are giving in different countries. So we have to follow different guidelines. So from that we are following ICH guidelines, International Conference on Harmonization, and WHO, World Health Organization. Two organizations giving the ICH guidelines for stability testing. With this, also this whole world is divided into different climates, because so many countries there having different climatic conditions. Same medicine can be used in Africa, same medicine can be used in USA. So we need to predict shelf life in different climatic zones. So that's why world is divided into different climatic zones, like zone 1, 2, 3 and 4. So zone 1 means it's temperate zone, all have to remember. Zone 1 means temperate zone. Zone 2 means subtropical zone. Zone 3 means hot and dry. And zone 4 means hot and humid zone. So these 4 zones, and we have to carry out the process steps by taking which type of zone is useful for us. So these are all about your accelerated stability testing, and with this we have completed your syllabus also. Thank you.